I guess let's just start off with, I guess, how our teams did. So how did you feel your team did this week, Nicole? How did you feel that the Saints did?
Oh, so we went against you guys. Big division, game to start off with. In fact, actually, all the games this week were pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Uh, I have one word: redemption.
And why do you
Yes,
say that? Why do you say that?
redemption because of Michael Thomas.
Okay.
The way he kind of came back in the fourth quarter is, man, unbelievable. Comparatively to starting out in the beginning where he was, slipping, tripping all over the field. I could just see it in his face, the expression about how much he wanted it, and he wanted to prove himself that regardless of what happened, in the last seasons that he missed,
Yeah.
he's back and he's ready to play. So we needed him to go, and he went.
Yeah, he
um,
really balled out. Hey, what kind of injury did he have? Do you remember?
it was an ankle.
Oh,
It
was
was
it?
mostly to do with the ankle and then the hamstring that kind of got him in and out of the last season. But yeah, 2021 was no good for him. But also too, coming back all the way, fourth quarter, 16 points down. They did
Yeah,
say
that
like
was
it's one of
insane.
the biggest comebacks for the fourth quarter for our history. So
Oh my god. I don't know if you've watched the Super Bowl, 28-3. I'll eat my words there, unfortunately, but I don't know about that. But
I
no,
mean, for
that's
our franchise, maybe. I don't know. Fourth
yeah.
quarter, I didn't think it was going to happen, but everyone rose to the occasion. I'm quite proud of the boys. So,
Yeah, Jameis did Jameis things, and I'm willing to admit that, right? He's either hot or he's not. So, there's been a lot of change, especially with the Saints organization lately. So, I guess with that being said, too, do you feel like, some moves are going to happen? If Michael Thomas has a really good year this year, are they going to keep him, or are they going to try and get some trade value out of him?
we need we need good players, good draft picks. We haven't, you know,
Well, I'll
we
eat it if you
haven't
tell me to, though.
done too much. We need to keep the players that are progressing and making our points. He seems like he's full back strength. We need to keep him for sure. So whatever we need to do, give him pot loads of cash. Bring
Yeah.
them, stay, make them stay. I mean, also too, Sean Payton's gone now, so we have Allen as our new um, coach. So I'm kind of happy because he kind of moved up from the defensive coordinator position and into the offense, and he kind of got to know and go under with Sean Payton to know kind of how the offense handles and what they do. So
Yeah.
there's been a lot of change. We got also too some new guys too, some new rookies on our team that kind of actually did pretty
Chris
good.
Olave?
Yes, yeah. And then who else was there? Was he actually ended up doing pretty good for us too as well. So
Yeah. Yeah.
he caught the ball in fourth quarter, and we took it there. So
No,
um,
it was a good game. It was a good game. I definitely took some notes for this. So kind of like what you were saying, it went well for the first three quarters, and that's a typical Falcons fashion, unfortunately, where we start off really strong, but we can't finish what we start. So, they played a tremendous game. There was a lot of upsides to the Falcons in their game. The offensive line looked a lot better. The defensive line for the first time in a very, very long time looked complete, which that definitely makes me happy. I didn't expect much out of this, to be honest with you. I definitely wanted the Falcons to win, and I knew they were going to perform, but at the same time, um, it's it's the Falcons, and they always give it up in the fourth. So I got some couple key points that I got. Is Mariota completed 20 out of 33, so that's pretty good. He had a QBR rating of 57.9. And, Cordarrelle Patterson balled out for 120 rushing yards and a touchdown. So it's pretty good. Also, Drake London with his first appearance after an injury in preseason, he did pretty well. He was, what I was hoping he was going to be. He definitely acted like a number one wide receiver. So I'm definitely hoping that, he continues on and he continues to develop. So, yeah, ultimately, I was pretty impressed with the game. It was closer than what I thought, in past meetings with the Saints, right? It's not usually that close, especially in the last few years when we're starting to rebuild and everything. So, the fact that it was a close game and it was only a 1-point game right down to the last minute, I honestly cannot be upset whatsoever.
GG. GG. For sure. I mean, the first quarter, I was it's up and downs. I was like, Taysom Hill, first carry, he got 50. What was it? 57 yards.
Yep, something like
longest
that.
Career goal. So, I'm happy. He's one of my favorites for sure. Swiss Army knife. I was a little weary about having him on my team, on my fantasy, but he exploded. But then there was definitely a lot of missed opportunities. Their offense still needs to bridge some gaps with their wide receivers and getting that chemistry. And I'm glad that Winston ended up getting some chemistry out there with them in the final fourth quarter. So I'm happy about that. Also, too, Lutz, he ended up missing that. I think it was 43 yard.
Yeah, it was something around there. It was definitely around the 50-yard mark. I remember that. But he wasn't the only one, too. We got a blocked kick. So realistically, if we really want to dig deep down into it, and not even just the NFC South, there was a lot of kickers that missed, and some really good kickers that missed field goals in the first week, which is actually pretty shocking. Usually you don't see that right off the bat, but I guess with even Lutz missing that one, it could easily be due to just nerves, right? It's the first week, it's the first game.
He not only that, coming back from an injury, I think too as well, because he had some complications last season. So
yeah, absolutely. Mr. Faubert, are you there? Are you live? Are you visible? Are you not? I don't know. Maybe. I guess not. We can come back to him after. That's totally okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. Who did you think was the star of the game for your team?
The star of the game. I'm gonna say Michael Thomas. I got to give it to him. Yeah, that redemption of me just being like, oh, he's looking so sloppy on the field, but he missed preseason, so I'm like, okay, this game's kind of his warm up, and then finally just him coming back, really got smacked. So happy about that. He gets my star.
That's unreal. That's good. He
2 receiving touchdowns.
Don't remind me. That's
true. Yeah, you're right. You saw it.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I owned it. That's okay. You know what? We're playing nice, Nicole. All right, we're playing nice. All right. Okay, we're being civil right now. Okay, like I guess we could trash the Bucks right now if we really wanted to, but they didn't really have. He doesn't have a foot to stand on. He's not defending himself right now, so we're kind of okay with that. But my star definitely would have to be Cordarrelle Patterson. I'll take a page out of your book, and he's a Swiss Army knife. It's funny because I know going into the season, Arthur Smith was talking about him being more of a wide receiver, but I don't see it with how he was playing even last season. Like he's easily an RB1. He can catch, and that's good. That's the versatility that he has, obviously, right? That's part of the reason why we signed him to a new contract. But at the same time, even with New Orleans knowing and New Orleans being easily one of the top 5 defensive teams in the league, right? We broke your guys' streak. That's pretty unreal, right? 20-game streak without allowing 100 rushing yards. So, I'll take that for what it is, right? Especially knowing what Cordarrelle Patterson could do. So, easily he gets my star of the game. It's by far, I can't say any different about that. So,
true. Yeah, definitely.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.